Okay, screw that. This is Suzanne from SuzanneDecree.com, and with me, of course, is the very lovely, the very talented Ms. Liz Tepia, the Dark Angel from DarkBeautyMusic.com. And we
Yeah.
are bringing you your weekly dose of coffee. This is actually a really nice French roast. So good. We are bringing you your Friday morning coffee and some Friday morning chit chat to brighten up your week. And I believe we have things that we have actually discussed talking about this week. Like we actually have a plan this week. Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever heard?
Yes, it is a little strange. Good morning, everybody. You know what? I'm going to have Suzanne talk for a little bit on her own. I'm letting you talk by yourself. I want to fix my window here so I can see who's popping in. So just bear with me 1 second, guys. So I can get in here to the Facebook and see what's going on as soon as I figure this crazy window out.
Yes,
okay.
Because
and my producer says we're getting perfect volume.
It would not be an episode if we did not have technical issues.
Oh my goodness, you guys. I just can't with this thing. Let's see. I'm trying to maneuver all these screens so that I can see who is with us. Let's see. I think I have to refresh.
So we are sitting here. We have, well, I live in Pittsburgh, so it's been raining all week. I mean, welcome to Pittsburgh. It just rains. That's like not a thing. It's like sunshine is not a thing in Western Pennsylvania. So we have been.
As soon as I figure this crazy window out. Yes. Okay. The producer says we're getting perfect volume.
I'm having an audio deja vu.
Okay, no, you know what? I have to turn my volume off so that I can. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the chat feed in here.
Look, actual sheet music. These are actual notes.
Oh, man.
So this is actually a project that I'm working on as well. Actually, this ties into my opera. So does this give anyone a clue as to what the opera is about?
Ooh.
Probably not. Probably not. So just like while Liz is playing around, I'm going to explain this because this is actually kind of cool. This is actually one of the things that I use personally to break myself out of like a musical rut. This is actually a public domain piece. This was actually written back in 1883. So this is a public domain piece. It does actually tie in very nicely to my opera. But one of the cool things that I like to do with older sheet music like this is I like to kind of, I don't know, can anybody but me read the little black dots? I don't know if anyone but me can read the little black dots, but what I like to do with public domain sheet music is, first of all, there are a lot of really cool chord progressions in this stuff. And this one in particular, I want to say it was like a B flat major to a G7, which is just a really cool chord progression. So I like to do, I like to pull out some of the older chord progressions that they use because we don't write like that anymore. So it does give you kind of a different perspective, and then trying to improvise, trying to solo over something that you're not used to hearing is quite challenging. We'll phrase that diplomatically. It's quite challenging.
Indeed,
so those are some of the things that I like to do. I also like to pull out, this one is probably not one of those songs, but the old violin concertos, things like that. I like to pull out some of the riffs and kind of mix them up a little bit and turn them into something a little more metal. Although, honestly, Bach, Paganini, and Mozart, those are the most metal dudes ever.
I'll go with that. Good morning, everyone. I think we finally fixed our situation here in the chat, or at least I was trying to get the screen. Oh my goodness, next to me so that I can see who's on here. Let's see, we have Rupert and Curly John, and thank you for your beautiful compliment. Thank you. He says we look lovely today.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Brian.
Wait. No. You're not allowed to meet Emily. No, that's a
Hi,
no.
Emily. Nice to meet you.
Oh man, I always screw that up.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh well.
So I hope everyone is doing well this morning, this fine morning that we're going to have here today. And so, yes, I don't want to. Let's continue with what you were saying as far as the metal.
Oh, so I was actually just kind of blabbing because I was doing filler, and I think we got one comment that said if I held the music still, somebody could actually read it. So there you are. But
Nice.
what I like to do is one of the things that I do to make it more metal is I'll take you have these nice happy riffs that run up, particularly Beethoven, and I'm gonna use Beethoven in for a specific reason. But Beethoven likes to use what is called broken intervals. So he'll take an octave, or he'll take a fifth, or he'll take an interval, and he'll run the scale in that interval: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up the scale. And what I like to do is a lot of times I'll transpose all of those things down an octave or two, and then I'll pull like a couple of the notes down even further than that, so that you're bouncing back and forth between lower notes and higher notes, and it takes it out of that recognizable scale pattern and gives you some really cool riffs. That's probably something that's a little, I would probably have to demonstrate that more than explain it. And again, I just started to go off on that because Liz was fixing her technical stuff, and I happen to have my sheet music right next to me. So I apologize for the digression, but hopefully you guys got something out of that, something useful, something interesting into the mind of Sue. Sorry about that. I maybe should have warned you to have your coffee before I started inviting you into my mind, but who knows?
So true. Let's see. We've got some other chatterboxers popping in here. We've got Bob Prigmore. Good afternoon. I keep saying good morning, but it's afternoon for him in the UK. And say hello to your lovely for us too. Who else is in here? I saw somebody else in here a second.
I saw Emily pop in, but then she said
and then
bye.
She said bye.
So I'm not sure.
Oh, Clint, cheers to you, my friend. Great job on your story this week. It was awesome. Yes, we're going to talk about that in a little bit too. Coffee swig to all of you.
Carmen San Diego twist. Oh my God, that was so funny.
That was so funny. Did you guys bring your coffee? Let us know. Are you drinking coffee? What are you drinking right now? Right now. Post and comment so that we can see.
It's not whiskey. It's totally coffee.
It's whiskey. I know what's in there. So we thought we would pop in here today and talk about, shall we attempt, Suzanne, to talk a little bit about the important benefits of social media.
All right, that does it. I'm out.
Get over here. Don't let her go, you guys. All right. So, yeah, I know. We have to do it, right?
We do have to do it.
Especially if you have a music project, or if you've got any kind of project or any kind of business. I mean, anything that you have going on today that you need people to find out about, learn about, needs some social media branding. And that's what we're going to try to talk a little bit about today, is the importance of social media branding and creating brand recognition. So hopefully you and I are doing that on our page, and we're doing it. Listen, we're not an expert here, so feel free to chime in and let us know, how do you think we're doing so far? I mean, we're trying to keep our page fun and light, and while talking about music, while talking about our projects, we want to make sure that we are keeping things fun at the same time. So we're doing a little bit of a hybrid. Otherwise, if we get too dark,
to be honest, we're just doing us.
Yes, this is us.
This is us.
Yeah,
we're silly. We're musicians. We like to have a good time.
We do. And even though we have, our projects have a tendency to be on the darker side, like my writing style is on a darker side, it is the complete opposite of
just because I'm writing an opera about a serial killer does not mean it's dark.
And yet we are so completely different than our writing, which is interesting. And I wonder why the writing comes out so dark. But Anyway, so of course in Chatterbox, you know, we want to keep things fun and on an upbeat note here. So yeah, so we thought we would get into the topic of brand recognition and why is this so important? Why is this important? Because I think the only way to get people talking about you is to be doing something that they want to be talking about you for. Well, for us, hopefully in the right way. For most people. What do you think?
So,
Yeah.
and it is always it always has been important to get brand in front of people. Even, I mean, I'm thinking of like all of my historical research because those of you who don't know, I'm a history buff. I love history. I wish people would learn from history. I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
But
swig.
from all of, and actually Liz and I have had several discussions. There isn't a lot that has changed in the last 150 years. There's not. You know, you still had even back 150 years ago when the newspapers were really starting to push the photos in the newspaper 150 years ago when they first started going, oh, you know what, we can do more with a photo than we can do with a story. Back then, back in the Victorian age, they actually started labeling products because the
Back in the
bottle
day.
back in the day, in the before times,
In the before times.
they actually, the arsenic came in the same bottle. It came in a bottle that looked just like the flour or the salt or the sugar. It's like, so since then, it's been very important to differentiate brands, differentiate quality. Again, back in the Victorian age, since I happen to be knee deep, probably neck deep at this point, researching Victorian London. The back in Victorian age, you know, I had a really big point there, and I just totally forgot it because I got off. Got more coffee. There we go.
You know what? I apologize. There are many sirens going.
That is true. See, and
Right
this is
across
why
here.
New Jersey is the only state in the union with its own devil.
No, it's not.
It is.
Maybe with its own dark angel. That's me.
Wait, from darkbeautymusic.com?
Yes, and
yes.
Suzanne from SuzanneDecree.com.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, we honestly announce ourselves like this all the time. It's almost frightening. It's become part of our language now.
It's really funny when we actually talk to each other on the phone like that.
Yeah. It is.
I think Brian even started referring to us as.
I know. It's hilarious, but yeah, I know what you're talking about as far as like the newspaper and the whole, you know, and adding a photo and how important it is on branding. Because the truth of the matter is, it's, you know, it seems, and let us know if you guys feel the same way relating to when you post a photo. It just seems to get a lot more reaction than if you were to, you know, write some text.
And the way that we have to reach out to people now, you know, let's face it, print media is on its way down. The news media in general, actually, it's really interesting. It's from a historical perspective, since we're talking about me being a history buff, or at least I'm talking about me being a history buff.
There's a quiz at the end of this, Chatterbox.
Right. The news media right now is going through something very akin to what the music industry has been going through for quite a while, because now we have our phone in a pocket. We have an iPad. I have my iPad over here so I can keep track of the chats, but we have our iPads with us. We have our phones in our pockets. These things all do video. These things all do. And we have aggregate news sites. We have YouTube. We have Vimeo. You can put out your own opinion. You can, and this is starting to compete, or this has been competing quite well with the news media, the mainstream news media, your CNNs, your Fox News, your MSNBC. This is starting to compete because now we're not just locked into the 6 and the 11 o'clock news every day. Cable started changing that because cable came along with, oh, well, now we have nothing but news on a channel for 24/7. God, that's depressing. you know, things like that. And now the news media is going through, because of something very akin to what the music industry has been going through, because computers, much like we're talking on now, you know, our phones, all of these things
This is
have
king.
made music have. I have literally recorded entire songs on my phone.
It is amazing what you can do with your phone. Amazing.
They sound like crap because I'm not an engineer, but
Yeah.
I've still done it. That's the point.
Yeah, but you can still get a structure and then, you know, redo it later in a professional
And then Liz is going to
studio.
redo your structure,
Yeah.
send it back to you, and tell you to take out all the electric guitars. Not that I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm just saying.
She's not. She's not. All right, guys. So I want to talk a little bit about our, well, speaking of our branding and continuing on this topic, you know, all these little posts that we're throwing out there. And listen, I'm just making some of these up. I know some of them are really easy, but they'll get a little bit harder.
Spoiler alert, I make up everything as I go.
As we go. And so we're trying to get people interacting, and we want people interacting with each other on the page, keeping it light and fun always. So this is why we're doing what we're doing in throwing out these little puzzles, the little word scrambles, which I messed that one up because I added an E, but anyway. But listen, no one's perfect. I'm trying. This is we are certainly no experts. But
we should tell them the really funny part about the word scramble.
Well, I'll let you say it because I'm not sure which part you're talking about.
So Liz and I were chatting on the phone. I know, you're shocked, right? So
Yeah.
we're chatting on the phone, and she said something about the word scramble. I said marshmallow. And she's like,
oh, that's right.
And she's like, oh, well, how long did it take you to get that? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even see it.
She didn't even look at it.
I didn't even look at it. Like, I looked at the page, I saw that there was a word scramble. And
I was like, okay, this is all right. So, and then on top of that, I added an E by mistake. And Rupert was like, why'd you add the E? Sorry, Rupert. I'll change it. I promise I'll get better at this. Anyway, we love you guys. We really appreciate you interacting with us. And please invite your friends.
Seriously,
we want
it's the best page on the internet.
great people in this group. We want people that like to interact and like to have fun. We want people that love to have fun, because that's really what we're going to be doing here. And on that note, I think we need to talk a little bit about our spy train contest.
Oh, yes.
And that was so much fun.
That was so much fun. That was so much fun.
It was really fun. So we threw up a picture and decided, okay, we're going to let somebody create a story around this photo using all these little props and the words that we had in there. So our winner this week, I am so excited to announce, is the lovely and talented Shelly Buffett. So congratulations to Shelly. She was the winner of our Spy Train contest, and I want to read to you what her entry was, because it was really, really wonderful. All right, so she writes, dating spies proved dangerous for a woman on the spy train when one of them ended up a dead guy. Poison was the cause. He left her with a bag of cash and a knife, which she used to open a briefcase. When she opened the briefcase, a nasty killer bug flew out and bit her. Moral of the story, always bring an EpiPen when dating spies on the spy train. Good job, Shelly. Oh my gosh. That was so, listen, I mean, it's just fun what you can make up from one little photo, right? Making up your own story. So congratulations again. And a little bit more about Shelly. She started her band when she was 17 years old, and she was on the road. I'm sorry, 14 years old. She started when she was 14, and she was on the road until she was 18 years old, pursuing a music career. And she's been in music for over the past 20 years. And she's written 5 albums for several other artists, and she's managed and produced several other artists. And she's still in the business, and she's got amazing music out there. And we're going to be posting and sharing and making you guys aware of who Shelly is, so that you guys can connect with her. Her songs are lovely. She's got a YouTube channel. She's got all kinds of things going on. And she's going to be sending me some information so that we can go ahead and post about her and make awareness to her brand. So hopefully we can get her out there, and you guys will say hello and connect with Shelly and her beautiful music. And another thing that we tried to do this week was create awareness for, as part of our branding that we're going to continue promoting artists, is create awareness for my good friend Cherie, sorry, all these SH names. Cherie, who is, she's a wife, mother, and a life coach with dreams of becoming a great drummer. So we posted her little video, and she's trying to win this contest that she's entered. So I think you can vote every day. And of course, I put us in there for Chatterbox, and we're going to give her a vote. We gave her a vote yesterday. We'll give her a vote today. And if you guys would be so kind to pop in there and give her a vote, or at least just connect with her and say hello. She is also active on our page as well. And so we're going to try to do a lot more of that to help you guys get out there as well while we talk about everything that's going on in the dark beauty world and the House of Gregory world at the same time. So
I'm gonna butt in for
it.
a minute, because Rupert just asked a really great question,
Yes.
and that is, what is the difference between a person and their brand? That is an awesome question. I almost feel like I should let Emily answer this, but Emily isn't on the chat with, or Emily's not in the on the call with us. But so you are the person. You are the person, and the easiest way that I can explain the differentiation. And Emily, if you are still on the chat, feel free to correct me when I'm wrong. Notice when I'm wrong. But you are the brand, the persona that you would like to, or I'm sorry, you are the person. The persona you would like to project is your brand. So Liz, the Dark Angel from, we're terrible examples, because what you see is what you get. But
you know, it's interesting because it's like, I mean, that's a really interesting point that you're bringing out, because we are, in a weird way, we are the complete opposite of the brand that we are trying to put forward. But so I feel like you still have to inject your own personality, because maybe it's got to be a combination of both. Because if I were truly to act as the Dark Angel from darkbeautymusic.com, you probably would, I mean, I sort of have my little gothic-y outfit on, but you probably would see me maybe in a much different way. And chances are, I don't think I would be as fun, because I would be way too serious all the time. So
really,
dare I say there needs to be a combination, but I don't know. Listen, I'm not an expert. I could be completely wrong in this, and maybe I should just be, you know, all the time, but I wouldn't be able to do it. So I think I'm just going to let people figure out who I am, you know, the way Suzanne and I are trying to get on here and kind of chit chat about what's happening and what we're trying to do, and hope for the best. I don't know. What do you think, Sue?
and I think, hey, that's the second time in a week you called me Sue.
I know.
So Emily did answer this question. Thank you, Emily, by the way.
Thank you,
Person
Emily.
equals the basis of the brand, and the brand is the visual or tactile representation. So, and that's, I think, pretty close to what I was saying, because there does need to be some sort of separation. There does need to be a boundary between you as the musician, as the artist, as the as the office manager in corporate America. No, I don't speak from experience. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, but there is a decided difference between my persona in the office versus my persona.
Excuse me.
God bless you. Versus my persona in the office, my persona at home, my persona in Di Gregorio, and God bless you again.
Oh my goodness.
My persona is apparently making Liz sneeze, so I'm guessing Liz is allergic to all of my personality.
I was going to hide myself, but I don't even think I could do that. So, excuse me.
So,
oh my gosh.
And that is it. And when I go to the office, okay, so I don't know what you guys can all see, but usually when I do the rock thing, well, I'm kind of mixing the rock thing and the sword thing today, but I do tend to, you know, do the more gothic-y, you know, I've got my Celtic cross, and I've got my, I've got my Irish emerald earrings. So I do a lot more of the Irish. The eyeshadow is actually green today. So I do a little bit more of the Irish, and I do a little bit more of the goth when I do the Di Gregorio stuff.
I
My
do
makeup
the
is
dark beauty. I mean, when I take the
my
stage,
makeup is
I
yeah,
am
my makeup is
definitely in
different
a
if I'm
gothic.
just going out on the town than it is when I do the dark goth eyes. And um I usually wear much darker lipstick when I do the House of Gregory stuff, the Di Gregorio stuff. So there's a bit of a difference as far as that. And when I'm in the office, they get to see me with no makeup because there are two of us that work in the office, and the dog runs the office. So the dog doesn't care if I wear makeup.
Well, listen, I mean, when I go to work, I am definitely not going to wear this ever to work. This would not be this sort of lacy, maybe some people, I mean, I just would not, this is not something that I don't even wear my hair down when I go to work. I always wear my hair back and up. It's always up in a bun. I look completely different. So as far as
mine's
more
usually
of
in a ponytail.
code,
Yeah, my hair.
yeah, I mean, I think we fit our characters a little bit more while we're doing this, but at the same time, we love having fun, so we don't want to exclude that side of our personality. And
I mean, let's be honest. As
I don't know if I want to or not.
As girls, we enjoy getting dressed up and doing the makeup thing.
We do.
I mean, and right now there's not really a lot of, reason to get dressed up and do the makeup thing because nobody can go anywhere. So this is our excuse once a week. That's really what this was all about, so that we could get dressed up and do our makeup once a week.
So we did post, let's say we created a poll that's on the page asking people what they wanted us to talk more about. And I think we had music topics or music topics only, some fun chit chat, which we seem to do, I think, regardless. And I think we
again
promotion
of others, what you get.
Promotion of other Chatterbox members, which of course we are going to be doing. And we did add one more category. We added the Artist Legal Minute. So if you guys could find that poll and give us your clicks on what you would like, and if there's something else that you would like for us to talk about when we do Chatterbox, go ahead and add it. I mean, we left a space so that you can go ahead and add your own category, and we'll take a good look at it and see what we can sort of get in. And listen, we're a half hour in already. I mean, this is supposed to be our chatter for today, and we don't want to keep anybody too long. So let us also know, do you guys like the half hour? Do you wish this was longer? We want to make sure that we leave enough room to talk about things for next week. I mean, I guess there's always going to be things to talk about, but we don't want to keep anybody too long. So let us know how we're doing as far as time. And do you like this half-hour segment, or do you wish it was a little bit longer? And we will also take that into consideration as well until we go back to work, and then we'll have to figure. We might have to change our day to Saturday.
We might. Well, I mean, I'm off on day job on Fridays. I only work Monday through Thursday, so.
Yeah, I would have to go back. If I go back, when I go back, I'm not going to say if. When I go back, I'll be working my 9 to 5 job again, so we might have to change our day to Saturday. So we hope you guys will stay with us.
And also, since I've roped Emily into our little discussion today, I would like to do a little plug for Emily. Emily runs. Emily actually, and again, feel free to correct me when I'm wrong, Emily. But Emily actually went to the University of Pitt for business, and she has taken all of that business knowledge and applied it to the music industry. So she runs Mike Pittsburgh, MICPGH.com, and she has actually been, along with at least 3 other people that I know who are also never allowed to meet.
We can do this, Emily, you and me. We'll just put her.
Yeah, I'm not letting Jana into that mix, because if I do, I'm in trouble. Like, the last thing I need is the 3 of you ganging up on me. But
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that too. So, but Emily does coaching And there is actually at migpgh.com, micpgh.com.
MOUSC. Sorry. I know. But listen, we're gonna put those links.
There's actually some free information on there, and it's all very good, and it's about setting up your music career as a business, as a career, as and it is very good information. It is not an easy fix, because anything worth doing is worth doing right and worth taking time to do. And so she has been very, very instrumental in getting me as far as I have gotten. And she has been very instrumental in actually doing that for a lot of artists. So if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you need a little boost, go ahead and check out MICPGH MOUSE.
Oh my God.
MICPGH.MOUSE.
You know what?
I'm so confused now. They have so many extensions now.
We're going to go ahead. We're going to post these links. Emily, go ahead and post. Please post your link right here.
Well, who's asking why aren't they allowed to meet? Who's asking that? Oh, that's Rupert. Okay, so do we have time for me to digress? Just
I want to give a coffee swig to. I want to give a coffee swig to our contestant winner and this beautiful artist and our beautiful new Chatterbox member, Shelly Buffett. She is, I see her in the chat. Good morning to you. And congratulations once again for winning the Spy Train. And if you guys like that, we'll try to come out with another one too.
So we could probably do an entire episode on why you, Emily, Jonna, and Danielle are not allowed to meet. We could probably do an entire episode on that.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know if everybody wants to hear that episode. We might have to that might have to be like a private one. I don't know.
That might have to be like a private session. I'll need a leather couch and a.
I was like, tell me about your problems.
Do you want that list itemized or alphabetically?
All right, so thank you guys for being here with us today. We're gonna say our goodbyes now because we've gone over our half hour. Not that we don't love being here with you, but
yes, we
want to make sure that you guys can get on to your day. And we are here every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and I believe it's 3 p.m. UK time. Is that what time it is over there right now? It's 3 p.m., 3:30 maybe. So please join us. And if you guys have other friends that you think would enjoy our group, we certainly would love to meet them. And yeah, we want everyone to interact. So share our group if you would be so kind, if you think we're doing a good job. And if you think we're not doing a good job, then let us know.
So just please keep it to yourself because we're having fun.
Keep it to yourself. No, we want to know. We need to know. We need to know. We want to make sure. All right. So on that note, Suzanne and I will get on chat as soon as this is done, and we will answer some of the questions that are in here. We love you guys. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, and I know we keep saying this, but we're going to have our website soon, which will be chatterboxrocks.com, but don't type that yet because it will be available very soon.
Very soon.
On its own webpage. All right. Have a great
week, everybody.
We love you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for having fun with us. Bye.